right. Now it's starting to make sense. All right, get some updates to this, to the Mevo. Let's punch in there a little bit. Get some updates to this, figuring this thing out a little bit more. Perfect timing for an airplane to fly overhead. Yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys a little update on what I've been seeing with the newest version of the app, which is what we're playing with right now. This is still a beta version, obviously, and we are. What can I tell you about this? Here's some things to look for. I'm broadcasting from the Mevo. I suppose I should open the show. I don't think we're going to do a proper cut-in. So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to PhotoJoseph's Photo Moment, first live daily show on photography on YouTube every weekday morning, 9:30 a.m. Pacific. Welcome. Glad you could be here. We are broadcasting live from the Mevo. I'm getting reports that we're still getting the gray artifacts across the bottom, which is unfortunate because that is exactly one of the things that was supposed to be fixed right now. So I guess we don't have that fixed yet, do we? Well, there's that, and there's another thing I'm just going to do, and we'll see if anybody notices. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. We'll see if anybody notices that that's updated. And overall, just want to see how the quality is looking, if it has improved at all. So we are definitely doing a little bit more of the bigger setup today. And again, I can't. One thing I'd really love for the Mevo guys to do is make it so that I can use the iPhone camera as a secondary camera, so I could switch to the iPhone, because that would allow me to show you what I'm seeing and vice versa. But I've upped the ante a little bit here. You'll notice I'm not wired, no strings on me. I'm using the my wireless pack as I would normally do inside, and the Sennheiser receiver is sitting there on my little tripod, which actually, let's see, could I possibly, nope, it's not wide enough to show that either. I'm sitting there on the tripod, going into a USB adapter into the Mevo power the Boost. So we've got the Mevo on top of the Boost. The Boost has a USB port on the back. It's got a tiny little USB to audio interface, little like $5, $10 thing from Amazon. And then we'll put a link to all this below, of course. And then the Sennheiser wireless receiver is plugged into that. And that does appear to be working quite well. So let's see here, other updates on this beta version. They still haven't done anything about the chat, and that's something I know that they really need to work on, because we've talked about that before. I can only see on my iPhone one chat message at a time. So I'm gonna go over to my iPad and see the chat here. I'm probably gonna have to mute this. So let me mute that, it's already muted. And, no, it's not muted. Let's turn that down all the way. Turn that volume down all the way. There we go. And let's see, where's the chat? Oh yeah, those gray bars are big on there, aren't they? That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Well, that's interesting. I'm not seeing my chat. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, here we are. Good morning, everybody. Let's do our morning routine, shall we? Good morning, John Morby. Good, you changed your image. I've got all gray icons for everybody, so everybody's got a gray picture for me. Fake Cube, hello. Bart Johnson, hello. In the car again, no commenting for me, yet you were able to comment to say that. Makes us wonder, makes us wonder. So Ryan confirmed we're still getting the gray artifacts, and I'm seeing that here as well. It's actually bigger than before, isn't it? It's worse than it was before. It seems like it'd be about twice the size. That's a bit odd. Let's see, if anything it's worse, yeah, that gray bar is worse today. There you go, and that's supposed to be fixed. Tisk tisk. Well, it is, you know, what are you gonna do? It's beta, right? What's with the gray bar? The gray bar, Mr. O show, is a bug. That gray bar should certainly not be there. It is not half of the lower third. Yeah, I'm getting confirmation it's almost a third of the screen. Yeah, they did the exact opposite of fixing it. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Oh well, what are you gonna do? So let's see here, what else can we talk about? Hey, so just kind of non-Mevo off the topic stuff. I did a live show yesterday on the Affinity Photo for iOS, and in doing that, oops, did I do something wrong here? No, there we go. In doing that, let's do a little punch in there. In doing that, I was trying to play with the GH5 RAW files, and it wasn't working, and I thought, okay, well, GH5 RAW is not supported by iOS yet. Turns out I just hadn't updated iOS. So 10.3.2, which came out like last month, go me, does support GH5. So Affinity Photo is supporting GH5, but what I noticed is that Snapseed is not. So I'm on the beta for Snapseed, so I have access to the beta forum, so I posted a thing in there this morning to say, hey guys, this isn't working. I can read GH5 RAW files in other apps, but not in Snapseed. And of course, iOS itself does read them. So we'll see what happens. GH5 RAW support is also in macOS, what is it, 10, 12, 3, whatever the hell the latest one. The one that came out a couple weeks ago or a week ago is now supported. So we have GH5 support everywhere, at least should have it everywhere, but Snapseed itself isn't working. I didn't test any other RAW decoders on iOS. But if you know, by all means comment, or just look at yesterday's video. That'd probably be a better place to comment. The one about Affinity Photo for iOS, which, by the way, that was a live training, but that was a live training 0 number, which is a first look. So that is free, will remain free. That video is available on YouTube. Just go back on my channel and take a look at that. It was a fun exploration of the app. We did a little bit of side-by-side comparison with the desktop version just to see some feature parity. It's remarkable, and we didn't get that deep into it, of course, in 1 hour show, but it is truly amazing what is on an iPad, I gotta say. Let's see here, what else we got going on. We're gonna try, let me go back to this so I can see my chat conversation again, and then we're gonna try one more thing with this Mevo here. Oh yeah, Ryan's just saying, at least we know that they're adjusting it, so we know what the problem is, meaning the gray bar, so that's good. Hopefully. All right, well, nothing else there. Okay, let's see what happens if I go for a little walk, because that's something I want to test. I'm gonna leave the iPad here. No one's gonna walk off with it. Let's go for a tight shot. Let's just move this up a little bit. I'm gonna center myself. Let me just get right in here, center myself there. And this is not a landscape how-do, Mike Weaver. And let's just take this thing for a walk, shall we? Here, let's go forward. We'll do the forward walking thing. So what we're seeing here, what we want to see is if there's remember I talked about wouldn't it be great to have image stabilization? I'm just doing this as a point of reference. I just want to see kind of what's going on with this camera, so we have some points of reference to go back on. I'm going to keep hitting on those guys about it because I think that would be a really, really cool thing to have. Wouldn't it be great if you could do this and have a really nice stable view? Now, I am holding a whole tripod right now, so we might be getting a little bit more stabilization than we had last time just because of that, but it's kind of fun. I don't know, something cool, something different. Oh, I should probably stay in the frame. Hold on, so let me stop this thing and let's go a little bit wider on this shot because that's a little bit too tight on there. There we go. There we go. Probably better if I keep this thing pointing straight ahead of me as well. All right, let's go back. I don't know what else we're doing. This is just one of those silly tests. This is not a very good test. This is not going to be the most exciting photo moment today, but I just really want to keep on testing this thing. Actually, what I really wanted to do this morning, but I didn't get my stuff together in time, was take this to a cafe or something, because I do have a plan to do an interview with this, actually with Eric Meinling, my partner for the Oaxacan tour. We're going to, not interview, but we're going to have a little conversation, chit chat about the tour, and I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can connect this, the Mevo for live streaming, along with the view from an iPad so that we can look at pictures, so that we can talk about the photos that we took there. That's the plan. That's the plan. All right, guys, let me know. What did you think? That walking, is it doable? Is it livable? Is it bearable? Is it too bumpy? Is it atrocious? What do you think of that? Can that be managed? Marvin says, picture's good when you snap in. One of the things that I changed on the settings, I realized when I was looking at the videos that we recorded earlier that when I was zoomed in, it was too pixely, it was crunchy. And what I realized is that it was zooming in too far. So it's a 4K camera broadcasting a 1080p stream. And I found in the default settings that it was defaulting to zooming in 3x, which would be fine if we were doing 720, but we're not, we're doing 1080. So I reduced that to 2x. So now we're getting a pixel for pixel. There should be no scaling. So even when zoomed in at the tightest setting, so let's see here, right now, so there's the full width. That's full wide. And if I just tap on my face, that's the default punch in, and that is a 2:1. And I can see, you know, there's one corner of the screen, there's 1/4, there's a quarter, there's a quarter, and there's a quarter. Go out to the full thing or punch in. People saying a handheld gimbal would be in the finishing touch. A handheld gimbal would certainly make it cool, wouldn't it? Now, let me see, can I get into the advanced settings while I'm streaming? Ooh, I can. Okay, so check this out. Oh, good, I didn't realize I could, oh no, I can't do this. I can't change it. There's a view angle option. You can see that on there, but there's a view angle option in the settings here, which right now it's set to normal. You can set it to flat or to fisheye, so you have more or less distortion. When you go fisheye, you do get a wider field of view, but of course it distorts more. When you go flat, it's a narrow field of view, but it's more corrected and it's a very flat field, which is really quite cool that you have that capability. Honestly, I mean, I think that's pretty impressive that you have all of that. So that's, yeah, let's like that. All right, let me take a look at the chat here. So, comments on the walking. How would the walking go? Interview would be good. Interview would be good. Mounted on a Zhiyun crane. That's probably something big. You're making fun of me, John. Joshua says it looked good, went well, looked good. Excellent. It's a pretty good picture for live streaming. As you say, a stabilized picture would be good, but it's a really neat solution. I'm still really impressed with it. Any handheld gimbal would be a finishing touch, yeah. Best not to leave your iPad Pro on a wall and walk away when you come to the UK. Hey, yeah, some parts of the UK are perfectly safe. Come on, I wouldn't do it in London, but you know, it's a nice country. You got nice people out there. Yeah, all right. I don't know. What else we got? We got anything else? Anything we want to talk about here? Oh, this is fun. I was watching, what's his name? Kai Wong's videos yesterday, and some of his YouTube videos, and he's got this thing now where he's mounting his camera on his video head, and so he'll do this. And it's kind of fun. I was watching his video, I liked it. He kind of walk up to the camera, so there's a walk and talk. So he does a walk and talk like this, and then he might do this and go off. I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty good. Or he's just walking up to it like this and keeps on walking, keeps on talking, and then goes back. It's kind of good. It's kind of, you know, people come up with these really cool camera moves for live blogging. I'm impressed. I like it. All right, anything you guys want to talk about? I was just going to bail out of here. It's going to be one of those slightly testing, more test than anything else photo moments. There's some crazy construction going on down there. Oh, I know what we can do. Because I'm on the wireless lab, here, let's do this. I want to find out, that's a bad idea. Yeah, what the hell? Let's find out what kind of distance we can get between the iPhone and the Mevo. I think that's a really good idea. We should test this. Now let me see, do I have any kind of stats of my actual connection? Oops, wrong button. Oh, there we go. No, I got my signal connection, but nothing about my connection to the Mevo. I think that would be very, oh, there's a train coming by, how lovely. All right, well, let's just do this. I'm gonna go for the wide shot. I'm going to walk far away because I know I can do that. I know I've got the audio range. Good reception on there, good distance on there. So let's go punch in. Oh, I know it would be kind of fun. Let's see here. As I get closer, I'm going to do a little zoom on there. So I'm walking and talking. There's a train over there making all kinds of noise in there. So let's see, as I get closer. Oh no, I can't do the, oh, I know, okay, I know. Oh, I know. Like a 10-second, 20-second zoom. All right, let's try this. So let's see, that means I've got to 15, 14. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of counting down. I'm holding it. As soon as I let go, it's going to start the zoom out as I walk towards it. So, all right, so now it should be doing a really slow zoom out. Did I get that right? Like 30 feet away and it starts freaking out, Ryan's saying. Oh, okay. Am I getting the slow zoom? I am getting the slow zoom. It's in tatters. It's in tatters. We don't like tatters. Tatters are no good. Was that cool? All right, let's wait for the signal to come back. I'll do it again. I won't go quite so far away. Makes the gray bar even worse. Interesting. This is all experimental. It's all experimental. Let's see what's happening here. Shaw, I know you're just over here. Sorry, buddy. What if you walk with the face tracking on? Oh, okay. We'll try that. We can try that. No problem. The Zhiyun Crane is the gimbal that Max is using. Okay. That's weird. I don't think I'm getting all the comments here that are showing up there. You know, let me turn off the Wi-Fi on my iPad because it's kind of weak. It's grabbing Wi-Fi from my studio, but it's definitely not up to date. Let me hit play on here. The Wi-Fi is a little bit far away, so it's a little not too strong. Okay. Let's see. Am I up to date? I'm looking to see if I'm in real time or close enough to it on my iPad. I think that is. Okay, here we go. Can the camera snap to a new shot rather than zooming to an angle? Yeah. So you can do snaps, you can do zooms. So, all right. So, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I like somehow was showing you the bottom. How did that happen? My bad. Okay, so I can reset this. Just snap out, so there's wide shot. I can just tap on my face to pop right into it, and I've set it to do a 2x max. So popping back out, popping back in, and it's just centered on wherever I'm touching. So like I need to, if I tap it on my face, then obviously it centers on my face, but that's not a very good shot. So what I really need to do is tap kind of on the center of my chest. Oop, that's not a good place, that's too far. Tap on the beard, there you go. Tap on the beard, that puts that right in the middle. That's a good spot. Ryan's saying, I wonder if the gray bar shows if you're connected to Wi-Fi. Write that down, Ryan. That's a good observation. We'll check that out with the guys at Livestream. So that's the popping in and out. The zoom is if I pinch, so I'm going to pinch and let go, pinch wide and let go, and it zooms out right away. Pinch and position in, and it zooms in right away. The cool thing, remember, is that if I pinch out and hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go, now it's going to do a 5-second long zoom. So that's what I was doing when I walked down there and I was trying to do a little fancy zoom and walk. Tap on the band is a band name, I'm pretty sure. Tap on the beard is a band name, that's pretty good. So what I wanted to do was, I wanted to start tight and go back. So I know I can't get back too far or it screws things up, but that's okay. So we'll go to here, let's position it like so. All right, so now I'm going to go for the wide and hold for 10 seconds or so, and then walk towards the camera and have it zoom out as I walk towards it. At least that was the idea, as I do the drunken walk to the camera. I mean, that's kind of cool. You can't really control it. It's a guess of the timing, but it's still kind of fun that you can do that. I think this is pretty cool. I'm still impressed with this. Okay, so good observations about the distance and the gray bar. Okay, now someone said they wanted to do a face tracking while walking. All right, so let me turn that back on. Let's see here. Find faces, there we go. Live follow. Can you save the shots? Marvin is asking. Yes, you can. Remind me of that. I'll show you that interface in a moment. Let's see. Camera assistant, find faces. There's autopilot. I forget if I want autopilot on or not. Oh, look, so it just did that automatically. Well, I'm putting everything on auto, and we're gonna, I need to take this with me. Let's take it for a little walk. Let's see here, let's go like this. And so now I'm walking and talking. Let's just see what it does. I'm not gonna control the camera at all. I guess I should look at it to see if it actually zooms in or not. It's definitely got my face. Okay, I see it just jumped in. It is following my face. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Now, what I really wonder is what happens if you've got multiple people, because unless it's doing like lip moving reading, then it doesn't know who's talking. So it's just popping in and out, isn't it? This is kind of I don't think this is a good experience, is it? I don't think if you had a two-person conversation going on that the camera would automatically switch between the two people being interviewed. I don't think that happens. So yeah, I doubt that very much. Actually, I could carry this tripod and make it kind of gimbal-like. If I hold it from the bottom of the post, oops, oh, too much. Let's see here, let's try that again. That is a wobbly gimbal right there. That's what that is. Let me hold that thing a little more steady. Yeah, I don't think this auto face tracking is working very well for this. It's too, yeah, getting car sick. Yep. People are getting car sick. All right, let's get back up to my iPad, and we will turn the auto face tracking off. All right, tripod back down. Go for the wide shot. Oh, it is the wide shot. And hey, leave the iPad. What, are you on your way over here to grab it? And let's turn off all the auto stuff. Okay, auto stuff is all back off. What did you ask about, Marvin? Let me just take a look back at the comments here. Tracking my face, it shows a box around my face, and even with the sunglasses on, it was doing a remarkable job of that. So I must say that was very good. Let's see here, saving the shot. So let me show you how that works. Joshua says, I know where to go to get a free iPad now. Exactly. Okay, let's see here. Let me punch into the shot, bring up my shot list, and actually let's do it like this. So I'm gonna, if I remember how to do this right, tap and, no, that's not it. Tap and hold. There we go. Okay, so that's a shot. No, that's not right. There we go. So that's a shot. Okay, so now I'm saving shots. Nope, that zoomed out. I thought, why wouldn't that? Oh wait, maybe. I may have to look at the instructions again on how to do the saved shots. I think I'm screwing this up. Let's go full wide. Did that save another shot? No, that just deleted a shot. Okay, tapping and holding deletes a shot. Tap and hold for a second makes a shot. Okay, so there's one shot. Let's do a corner shot. There's a shot, and there's a shot. So I've just saved 3 shots. So now you can see the 3 shots on there. So you've got 3 different static shots and then the wide shot. And you can have up to 9 shot, up to 8 additional shots over the wide one. So there, I go back to that, and I can do it all. I can do all the switching from here, right? I can go in here and go for the wide. So this can become my switching interface. So if I'm doing an interview, if I'm controlling it, right? If I've got someone else doing the controlling, so you got a couple people on camera, or you've got a controller, they can be watching the interface here and do your live switching as your guests are talking and so on, which is something Ryan doesn't know this yet, but it's something I'm going to make him do when we do the interview, because that'll be really cool. But now, why? Let's see, I'm trying to figure out how to adjust the shots to make it wider, because it seems like every shot wants to be tight. I want to have a shot that's not full width. Can you have the pulled shot saved? No, no, you can't have the pulled shot saved. Let's see, did that save that? That did save that. Okay, it has to do with how long you hold. So if I hold, so you get these little yellow squares showing up. Those little yellow squares indicate a zone, right? That's the same things that we're seeing in this view here. And if I tap, if I've got no zone, I tap for like a second, it creates a zone. If I then move the red box to reposition the shot and I tap and hold for about 2 seconds, it resets the zone. If I tap and hold for about 3 seconds, it deletes the zone. Okay, we're gonna test this theory. So I'm gonna go to one, so shot off to the left, shot off to the right, and then back to me. I'm going to now take this in tighter, tap and hold that for 2 seconds, or a second and a half or so, and let's see if that reset. It did. So that saved that. Okay, so now let's go wider on that one, reset it again. That shot, nope, it didn't, I didn't, darn it. That is tricky. And then I deleted the shot. Okay, seriously, I got some work to figure out here. That is definitely not the cleanest interface in the world, but we'll work on that. Okay, let's see, anything else going on? This is, I am loving this device, I really, really am. Okay, that's it. Nothing else come up. All right, guys, well, you know what to do. You know what to do. If you're gonna buy a Mevo, we'll put the link down below. Appreciate you using my affiliate link for that. If you're watching the video right now, hit that thumbs up button, even if you didn't like it. No, I'm kidding. If you didn't like it, you can thumbs down it, but you know, tell me why. Obviously, this is not the most dynamic, exciting show in the world, but it worked. We got the point out. We're trying to test some things out. I'm bummed about the gray bar still being there. That is definitely a bummer, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, you know, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. You know the routine. You guys know what to do by now. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? What is tomorrow? Thursday? Tomorrow's Thursday. I gotta plan something good for tomorrow. I'll come up with something. I don't know. We'll come up with something. People are watching me like, what the hell is he doing? All right, guys, thanks a bunch for your time. I'm gonna walk out of the frame and give Ryan 20 seconds to put up the end screen. We'll see you guys another time. Bye-bye.